The headline is most unexpected from Manchester United.
It really is. This represents a massive, massive U-turn, Nick, because Jadon Sancho, who we expected to be sold in this transfer window, is now back training with Manchester United. Just to let you know what we understand that has happened today, Erik ten Hag held a positive meeting with Jadon Sancho at the training ground earlier on this week. And we're told that Jadon Sancho reflected on some of the issues that he'd had in the past with Erik ten Hag and with the club. And both Erik ten Hag and Jadon Sancho have agreed to draw a line under everything and move on. He has now resumed training as part of the Manchester United squad. Now, he arrived later than the rest of the players who can train at the moment, simply because he was involved in the Champions League with Borussia Dortmund, got them all the way to the final. He was part of that squad, wasn't he, when he joined on loan in January. So he turned up a little bit later, and because of that, United have got a friendly against Rosenberg on Monday. He won't be part of that squad on Monday, but he will be available for selection after that, and the focus is now on Jadon Sancho taking a full part in pre-season, and thereafter, you would think, be available for selection for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. It's an incredible U-turn because all of the signs were pointing towards Jadon Sancho leaving Manchester United after everything that had happened in the last 9 months or so.
So how did we get to here?
Well, if you go back to September the 3rd, Arsenal against Manchester United, Jadon Sancho wasn't part of that squad. And after that game, which Arsenal won by 3-1, Erik ten Hag was asked the question in the news conference why Jadon Sancho wasn't in that squad. And the response that Erik ten Hag gave to the media that day was he hadn't been part of the squad because he hadn't trained at the required level. Now, Jadon Sancho wasn't taking that lying down. He took to social media to effectively accuse Erik ten Hag of lying. And from that moment on, there was a complete breakdown in their relationship. He was taken away from the training ground, any first-team activity, even eating with the first team in the canteen. And the timing of it all was pretty awful because the transfer window had only closed a few days before. And so you had a player there that was just going to be around the place at Manchester United, but not being able to play because of the decision Erik ten Hag had made. They eventually decided we need to allow him to leave. He went on loan to Borussia Dortmund in January, had a really successful loan spell. As I said, got to the Champions League final. They were listening to offers, £40 million. Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, a number of other clubs were interested. No one agreed. Erik ten Hag and Sancho have now made up, it looks like, and he's back in the fold.